The United States is warning leaders in Burundi that their actions are being closely watched by the international community. U.S. Assistant Secretary of State Malinowski recently visited the country and spoke to our Washington correspondent Daniel Ryntjes.
First, I want to ask you about one of the concerns that you've been expressing recently, which is about the ruling party's youth wing and the activities there. What are your concerns?
A lot of people in Burundi have reported to us that the members of this youth wing, which is an armed militia, in fact, have been going around the capital, around the country, sometimes door to door, threatening people, committing acts of violence, and a lot of people are frankly terrified, in part because of the history of Burundi, when we have had outbreaks of mass violence before. So we've had about 100,000 people flee the country in this crisis. Many people worried about where this is going to go.
Now, it has taken a partially ethnic tone into a Hutu-Tutsi split. That's the tone that's been set in some instances. How concerned are you about this, and how do we dial this down?
It is actually not an ethnic conflict. This is a political dispute in which people of all communities in Burundi, Hutu as well as Tutsi, are concerned that President Nkurunziza is violating the Arusha Accords, which have kept the peace in Burundi for many years, as well as Burundi's constitution, in insisting on running for a third term. This is all across Africa. People don't want presidents for life. And the people of Burundi, whether they are Hutu or Tutsi, feel the same way, and that is the basis of this dispute. Now, at the same time, there have been some reports that supporters of the president have tried in some cases to turn this into an ethnic dispute, to rally the Hutu population around the president. We have not seen that take hold yet, but we're very, very watchful, because that would be a sign that this could be moving in an even worse direction.
Now, you're a diplomat who presumably has fairly good channels to the people in power in Burundi, but you've taken an unusual approach to this issue, and you've actually been tweeting President Nkurunziza. Why did you do that, given the fact that you already presumably have good channels into power?
We have been using every possible means to send messages, not just to President Nkurunziza, but to the entire government, to the security forces, and most important, to the people of Burundi, that number one, everything that is happening is being watched. We see what is happening. You cannot hide it. There will be consequences. So be careful what you do in this moment of crisis. That message is coming from us by every possible means. It is coming, very importantly, from other countries in the region, from leaders and governments in Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, Angola, South Africa, from the African Union. And I think that is what makes this different, we hope, from past crises in the Great Lakes region, including the Rwanda crisis in 1994. That I think that the leadership in Burundi understands that everything they are doing is seen and that there will be consequences.